The house on Miller's Road had been abandoned for 20 years, a skeletal landmark that sagged under the weight of its own decay. Locals whispered about the family who disappeared, the frantic 911 call cut short, and the single, chilling detail: a child's shoe found on the porch swing, filled with dried earth. Ethan, a self-proclaimed urban explorer with a history of bad decisions, saw it as a challenge. He pushed past the rotting porch, the door hanging by a single hinge, and stepped into the perpetual twilight of the living room. Dust motes danced in the slivers of moonlight cutting through grimy windows. The air was thick with the scent of damp wood and something else, something faintly metallic and sweet, like old blood and rust. 2 armchairs, their upholstery shredded, sat like hunched figures facing a bricked-up fireplace. But it was the center of the room that drew Ethan's eye, where the floorboards seemed to dip slightly, and the shadows clung heaviest. Then, Eso Italiano, standing in the oppressive gloom, framed by the single, grimy window, was a boy, or what looked like a boy. He wore faded overalls, stained dark around the knees and chest, and clutched a claw hammer in one hand, the head gleaming dully. But his face was a rough burlap sack, tied crudely at the neck. 2 angry, burning embers pulsed where eyes should be, casting malevolent red light into the shadows. Ethan froze, every instinct screaming at him to run. This wasn't a squatter. This wasn't a trick of the light. The silence in the room wasn't empty. It was waiting. Suddenly, a whisper slithered from the walls, distinct and bone-chilling. "He likes to play." Ethan's gaze shot to the peeling wallpaper. Faint impressions like faces pressed against a wet sheet shimmered into view. Distorted, silent screams, ghostly visages contorted in fear and agony, seemed to emerge and recede from the plaster. The boy in the sack took a single, slow step forward. The floorboards didn't creak. The hammer didn't shift. Only the red eyes pulsed, fixing on Ethan. Another whisper, closer this time, directly into his ear. "He never stops playing." He slammed back through the rotting door, tripping over unseen debris, scrambling down the crumbling porch steps. He didn't look back until he was in his car, tearing down Miller's Road, the rearview mirror showing only the dark, silent house. But as he drove, the ghostly faces from the wallpaper seemed to swim in his peripheral vision, reflected in the passenger window. And then, in the back seat, where the faded denim of his jacket lay, he saw it. A tiny, rough burlap sack, no bigger than his fist, tied with a loose string. And from deep within his own car, he heard it. The faint, dry rustle of burlap, followed by a soft, rhythmic thump-thump-thump, like a tiny hammer against wood. The game, it seemed, had only just begun.